afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. You made it through another week. You done made the week. You made the month. July 1st. Welcome to the show. This is Just Parlays with Chris King. My name is Scott Steehn. I'm your host, driver, cat herder, whatever I am. I'm the lead handicapper at winnersandwhiners.com. I'm happy to be here. Chris, it's fucking anarchy out there. Fuck, California teams going to the Big Ten. What else? Cats living with dogs. It's nuts.
I was waiting to see if you were going to go with the Bill Murray. Cats and dogs living together in harmony.
That's right. I think that's pretty much the go-to meme for the last 40 years. Anytime there's some whiff of chaos in the air, and there certainly is a whiff of chaos.
Well, I mean, like I said, you got that. You got Oklahoma and Texas are going to go to the SEC. Now they're talking about you might get. They're talking about Clemson and Florida State have talked about going to the SEC, but nobody's overly impressed with that because they don't move the needle apparently enough. Then you've got, they say the only game changer that's left on the playing board is Notre Dame, and they've been an independent since 1712 or something like that. When college football started.
I don't know, man. I know we had a email go out. Jim gave us the update, and I wrote back. Super conferences within 5 years. That might be optimistic. It may not take 5 years.
And the losers out of all this are all the smaller conferences. The AACs and the Mountain Wests and to a lesser extent the Sun Belt and the MAC.
Well, that depends. I mean, do you think? What do you think the college football conference landscape will look like 5 years from now? How many? Right now we have 5 power conferences. We have 5 lesser conferences. What are those 130 schools? What is that going to look like in 5 years?
You'll have a bunch. All the big name schools will be in like 2 or 3 conferences. They'll probably slam something like the Big 10 and the Big 12 together or something. The Pac-12 will merge with somebody else. Okay. The ACC will. God willing, won't get eaten by the SEC, but you never know. And then you'll have all these teams that are scrambling, trying to figure out where they're going to go, and you're going to end up with some team like Syracuse playing in some second-rate conference because they can't play football.
Yeah, so I mean, you've got roughly 65. So you're saying you're going to have roughly 5 or maybe 3 20-team conferences somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, maybe 4 if you're lucky, but I mean, I don't know if there's enough. They'd have to poach the best teams. You'd have to poach the Houstons and the Cincinnatis, and
those guys have already been absorbed into the Big 12.
Well, but I'm just saying, you'd have to poach the best teams that are left from these smaller conferences,
right?
San Diego State or Fresno State or whatever.
Sure, absolutely.
And Fry said we'll be having Division 4 soon.
Well, I mean, you've already
just bring up Mount Union from Division 3. They just beat everybody up down there.
Well, you've already got the 3 major divisions or 4 major divisions, and then you've got NAIA and you've got NAIA 2.
Right.
There's actually 2 NAIA classes, so that makes 6 divisions basically.
I mean, you could end up, like I said, you can yank up, Wisconsin Whitewater or
Mankato State, something like
that. Yeah, Mount Union, because they're always winning in Division 3. They're just down there. They're like the 17-year-old playing in the 12 and under league with a bird certificate that says "I am 12" written in crayon.
Right. Let's check in with the guys in the comment section. We got some of our regs are here. Rye Cape, it says, "Are we all wearing blue?" Well, Chris wears blue most days, and I just happen to pull the blue shirt out of the closet. I have a chronological rotation. It's the only way I can not wear the same shirt like twice in a week. So
which day is the Kraken shirt?
It just comes up when it comes up. It's not a particular day. I don't have days of the week written on it like I do my underwear.
And you still get those wrong.
I've got about 25. I got about 25 collared shirts that are in rotation that I just keep going. So
I'm still waiting to see that. Man, you really love Tide shirt again.
Yeah, you really like Tide. Unknown Entity is here. By the way, Rye Cape's going to be doing a NASCAR show with us here in a couple of hours. Looking forward to that. It's Road America up in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. So
literally 3 or 4 people are excited about that race.
that's fine. That's fine. And I know Rye is one of them. So unknown entity checking in. AJ says he's going to miss the farm play. That would have made sense a week ago, AJ's, but right now, sayonara to that motherfucker, because I think we've missed 4 straight. We hit 8 in a row, and then we missed 4 straight.
They took the farm already and plowed it over. Now it's a parking lot.
I'm not saying we're getting desperate on the farm, but I do have Willie Nelson's phone number ready to go, just in case we need some farm.
He won't answer. He's too busy smoking weed.
Oh, DE Mortal Dead Boys in the hizzy. What's up? Please come back for college football. I think we are going to do that. Scott and I, we have a contest going where we pick 3 every week, and I won the first year, he won the second year. We have to have a tiebreaker year. We can't. It's both of us are too competitive to just let that sit. So I think we will, if at all possible. I don't want to speak too soon. I don't want to say anything for sure. I don't know exactly how much time I'm going to be needing with the new project, and I'm going to need a lot, but I really would love to squeeze in a college football show. So.
Yeah, I'll have you guys on for 5 minutes a week.
Cool. I'm in. Rice says he's hyped for Road of America. It was a fun handicap. All right.
So is the Mall of America.
Been there? Have you been there, Kurt?
Yeah, back when Hulk Hogan's Pastamania was running wild.
Nice. We went to the restaurant where they insult you, except we didn't realize it when we went in.
Was that Don Rickles' restaurant?
It was. Have you ever been to one of those places?
No.
Where they are like, what? You made up your mind yet? You gonna fucking order today, or are you here just to take up space and drink water? And it's just shit like that. It's funnier shit. Of course, they can't be like personalized with their insults. They can't make fun of your appearance or your race, obviously, or they can't.
It takes half the fun out of it.
Of course, there's so many great insults that you can't use. Not necessarily not about race. I'm talking all about the physical appearance. So just to be clear, I'm a dick, not a racist dick. So I would love working at one of those places, Chris. I got to be honest with you. It would.
Well, I guess that'll be your next job.
Yeah, well, that's why I told you. And Seattle came through yesterday, but that's why I told you when you start laying 200, 220 on Seattle, that's the kind of jobs you end up with in about 6 months. You're working at fucking Denny's.
Hey, they covered the run line.
Yeah, they did. Never a doubt, buddy. Never a doubt. So, how'd you end up yesterday? And I know there was a particular game that kind of hosed you on the preems a bit, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, Musgrove threw 2 bad pitches. Unfortunately, they both ended up in the seats. And, San Diego's bats, I guess they must have left them at Petco Park or wherever they played before this. Because, that's right, they played the Diamondbacks. Because, they scored in the first and then proceeded to not score the rest of the game.
So frustrating. So frustrating when that happens. I had a game last week where that happens, where they I can't remember what it was. They put up, I was up. It was the one where I was up at after 5, I was up 5-2 or 5-3, and then they did nothing, and the bullpen fucking fell apart.
Speaking of bullpens falling apart, the Pirates tried very hard to give that game back to Milwaukee last night. Only the Pirates can have a game where they out-homer the opponent 5-0 and win 8-7.
I think that would have been a fun Elias Sports Bureau dig to see the last time that had happened, that a team hit 5 home runs and lost, or out-homered someone 5-0 and lost.
Yeah, I mean, Milwaukee had the tying run on second, the winning run on first, and then I think it was Urias popped out or something.
Nathan wants to know if he should bet the Red Sox and Blue Jays. Yes. I have no idea which way.
Well, the Red Sox are playing the Cubs.
Oh, the Red Sox and Blue Jays. I got you.
And Crystal, told us yesterday the Blue Jays do not play well wearing the red uniforms because it's Canada Day.
The red. Yep.
And Jose Barrios has been god-awful of late.
Not good.
Not good is that would be an improvement if you looked at his numbers lately. He's just been flat out awful.
His
last 3 starts, I think his ERA is 11.2.
Is Kluber back, buddy?
Back as far as what? Compared to who? Compared to when he won the Cy Young? No.
Yeah, just is that you don't necessarily have to use that as a baseline, but as a
As a semi-competent number 3 pitcher?
I was going to say a 1 minus, or a 2 plus. You don't think he's that high? You don't think he's a 2?
He might be a 2. I mean, he's cut down on his walks. Last year he walked 33 in 80 innings with the Yankees. Sure, he's walked 11 in 73. So, I mean, and he's cut down his home runs, back when he was in his prime, he was giving up, 20, 25 homers a year. He's given up 9 so far. Right now, I would take him over Berrios because I'm looking at Berrios' last 3 starts. He had a good start against Baltimore, gave up 3 runs on 3 hits. 2 of them were homers in 7 innings. In a game they had to win 7-6. But his last 2 starts, 6 runs on 9 hits in 4 innings against the White Sox. Then 8 runs on 8 hits in 2 2/3 against the Brewers. His last 3 starts, 13.2 innings. He's given up 17 runs and 7 homers.
Not good. It is not good at all.
I actually went with Tampa Bay here because I looked at those numbers and I said, well, Berrios, he pitches good at home. But then I looked and said, boy, he's really sucked lately.
Yeah, I thought he started well, right?
No, he got lit up on opening day.
Okay. I thought he
lasted like 2/3 of an inning in that start.
I thought he'd had a run at some.
He had a decent stretch, I think, in May.
Yeah, well, like the beginning of June, he wasn't awful, but yeah, they're at the end of April. That's what I was looking at, when he gave up 1, 2, and 1. So,
yeah, and then you look at it. Since then, he's given up 1 or 2 just twice in his last 10 starts. The others are 6, 5, 3, 6.
So, is this a long way to say fade him?
Like you said, I'm fading him. I took Kluber and Tampa Bay. I figure Tampa Bay can't be any worse at the plate than they were yesterday, where they made Kikuchi look good.
Kikuchi, 6 innings. I told you. I'm familiar with these left-handers that suck. Oh, wait a minute. And what did I say, Chris? I said it exactly. 6 innings, 1 run. That's exactly what Kikuchi did. I said that's what you got to look out for these fuckers, because all of a sudden, out of nowhere.
And then everybody will jump on him in his next start, and he'll go right back to what he was before. Give up 17 runs in 2 1/3. I would call
Kikuchi in his next start almost an auto fade. An auto fade at this point. That was exactly the kind of thing, and I didn't call it, but I said I was worried about that kind of shit happening with these guys. I talked about Lynch. I talked about Bubic. I put Kikuchi in that same bucket. 1 every 5 starts, they step up, 1 run, 6 innings, boom, there it was.
Yeah, you look at Berrios' last couple starts, his ERA has gone from 4.65, which was mediocre, to 5.86, which is terrible.
Well, and it's also it takes awful performances this late in the season to move it down a whole run in 3 starts.
And you look at the last 2 starts, 14 runs allowed in 6 2/3.
Yeah, not good. Wind is blowing in. Where's the wind?
Wind's blowing in at Wrigley.
Told me to bend the Cubs. Yep. And what was the other game they asked about? The Red Sox?
The Red Sox are playing the Cubs. Okay. The Blue Jays are playing the Rays. I'd still take Boston. I don't know if I would play with the total. Though I will say that I had to write this game yesterday, and Sampson has been brutal when it came to pitching against Boston in his career when he was in Texas.
Right.
He has 6 homers and 9 2/3 innings.
Well, I played one of those yesterday with Bieber, who had never lost to the Twins, and I wouldn't say it was exactly Bieber's doing that streak was able to continue.
No, but I looked at that pitching matchup when I did it, and I said, that Cleveland would win because Archer, doesn't go deep in games, and Minnesota had burned their bullpen Tuesday and Wednesday, and sure enough, the bullpen,
We talked about that bullpen usage. We talked about how those games had just been bullpen beaters.
And their bullpen came through for Minnesota again by finding a way to lose.
How were you feeling after 7 innings if you had the Guardians team total over 4.5 or the Guardians run line? God damn. You're like, I'm beat. I'm just fucking beat.
Well, I mean, you thought you were dead after the third inning when it was 3-1 Minnesota, you were talking about how my parlays fucked at 2 in the afternoon.
I didn't like it. Yeah, I said there's no better way to start your day than losing the first leg of your parlay at 2:00. Pretty much frees up your night for you. But yeah, they were able to rally 2 in the 8th and walked it off in the 9th. I watched it. I watched that part, and that was funny as shit. Not gonna lie.
Minnesota's lost 3 games in that series. They lost all of them late. They lost the opener 3-2 when they gave up 2 in the 8th. They lost Wednesday night when they scored 3 in the 10th and then decided to give up 4 in the bottom of the 10th.
Yeah.
And then they lost yesterday in the bottom of the 9th. I mean, Minnesota's bullpen, is the gift that just keeps on giving.
Yeah, and some of those numbers, they're deceiving. Sometimes the bullpen numbers, because sometimes it's 1 or 2 guys that get a lot of innings that are doing really well, but if those guys are burnt, then you get the other guys that are dragging it down. And
we're not talking the other guys. The movie with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell as cops. We're just talking about the scrubs that are in the bullpen for the Twins.
So you guys are showing win in Chicago, because I'm not showing much. I'm showing like it is blowing in, but I've got like five or less.
No, it's blowing about 12.
Were you looking at Wrigley?
Yeah.
It is now. Is this a day game?
Yeah, it starts in like.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 12, 13 miles an hour right now.
Yep. It doesn't. It like drops off the cliff at 5:00.
Yeah.
So
thing when they play at Wrigley on Fridays, it's 99% of the time a 2:20 start.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize it. It's one of those things I just never really put together. Interesting. There you go. 10 miles an hour, they say.
Yeah, 10 to 12.
Yep. That's, I think, probably gust or 15, 17, something like that.
That would be where I would think it would fall. Yeah.
You say first pitch was a home run. Who was saying there? Was it Andrew? Is that you saying your over was fucked? Yeah. Baltimore.
Hey, well, what did I just say about Sampson? I said he gave up 6 homers and 9 2/3 against Boston in his career, and sure enough, there he goes.
It's good. We make so many predictions that don't come true just because we make a lot of predictions. It is satisfying to get one right. It's a good feeling. It really is. All right.
Well, they're swinging right away because Devers fouled off the first pitch, and that pitch was. At least he didn't swing at the next one because it was about 3 feet outside. But
only Scope would have swung at that pitch with the bases.
No, don't sell Javier Baez short.
Over Macho Grande
or Jared Walsh. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
The ball hits me in the foot.
Yeah,
the back foot.
Beautiful thing. All right, buddy. Let's rock and roll. What do we got cooked up for today? Hey, we finally got a full slate of games. Most of them are tonight. You get 14 to work with. But
hey, what did I say yesterday about the CFL game with BC? I said Ottawa would keep the game close, but take BC, and it ended up 34-31.
There you go. You said you liked it one way. You said 3 was pretty much the cutoff. By the way, guys, I want to remind you, please remember to like and subscribe to the to all the YouTube channels. Give us a thumbs up on this video. We appreciate the effort, of course, and get subscribed to the Winners and Whiners YouTube channel where we've got great live content or great capper videos every day. And then, of course, the Max Wagers Network, which is going to be the exclusive home of Chris. Well, are you going to do a video for Winners and Whiners?
Yeah, once they figure out how to do all that stuff.
I thought I was out. They keep dragging me back in. So Chris is going to be doing some daily videos along with me and Scott and Mason Foles, Sean Miller, a lot of it's a great content. I'm going to be working with some of those guys, so we're going to have some fun over there. Make sure you get subscribed to those. If you're looking for premium picks, got them both available from me and from Chris. Those links are in the video. And of course, I would be remiss in saying this will be the penultimate week for us. We start our last week on Monday. Scott and I will be doing our last back to the window in about 35 minutes. So stay tuned.
But once again, for those of you that are late to the show is not going away. Scott's going to work on another project. So it'll be me and a player to be named later once we figure out cash considerations and the rest of that.
Sorry, I've set the bar too high, buddy. I know it's going to be a high bar for a host to fill some shoes. So,
yep. See, Bill said he cashed BC and the over yesterday. They had the number set for that game, I think, at 47.5.
Boomity boom.
So they had blown way past that.
Bronco says it's the Blue Man Group. Funny story. I didn't know they were still a thing. They were actually at the outdoor amphitheater here 2 weeks ago, maybe last week.
And you probably didn't go, right?
No, I did not go to see Blue Man Group. They were here 3 days, and I did not go to any of those.
They were there for 3 days, and you didn't bother to take the 3-minute trip over.
I did not. I did go see. I didn't see him. I went to listen to Third Eye Blind last night. That was fun. It was. I found we got there for about 10 songs because you can sit outside. We got it down to a science. When you have 4 kids, you learn how to come up with ideas for free entertainment, and that's one of the ones that's a carryover. My wife and I. Now we take the dog, and we just go hang out and listen to the music. Heard about 10 songs, which was about the right number. About the right number of Third Eye Blinds. I heard the 3 I wanted to hear, and a few that I was okay with, and then that was it.
But you had no interest in whatsoever.
Chris, you like the Tiger Cats?
Yeah, I like Hamilton tonight. They're playing the formerly known as Edmonton Eskimos. Now they're the Elks. But yeah, I think Hamilton, their defense is a lot better than Edmonton's. This isn't the same Edmonton team that we've seen in recent years. It's kind of disappointing, but I mean, attrition is a big thing in the CFL because you see these guys, want to go and try and make the big money in the National Football League. And
what are they making the CFL? 150, 200, something like that?
Probably somewhere in that range. I mean, Shane Ray's up there, former first overall pick in Missouri grad. Well, I don't know if he graduated, but
Right.
But you look at Edmonton; they got blown out at BC by the narrow margin of 59-15. Then they lost to Saskatchewan at home. Then they lost to the Calgary Stampeders last week. Hamilton, they were beaten by Saskatchewan on the road. They lost in overtime to Calgary, and then they were beaten by Winnipeg last week. Winnipeg has a good defense. So does Hamilton. Edmonton is just a train wreck. I don't have a lot of faith in a team that can't move the ball. They're basically the opposite of what Jim Morris said in that video. They're basically what the Colts were. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't complete a pass. They couldn't get a first down. Every time the other team gets the ball, they score points. It sucked. Edmonton stinks. I would take Hamilton.
Okay.
And on Monday, because I don't know, are we doing a live show Monday? Has anybody figured that out yet?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's up to you and your Max Wagers Network friends. I don't know.
Yeah, well, either way, I would take Winnipeg on Monday over the Toronto Argonauts. I'd probably jump in on that early.
I think I when I reached out to we could actually do it in advance if you wanted to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Or we could do it live. I don't have a ton. I think my wife has to work. I don't have a ton of big anything. All the stuff we're doing Saturday, which also happens to be our anniversary. So
yeah, that I knew that.
All the parties and fireworks and shit are Saturday around here. So you want to do? We could do a live show. Drop it. Tell us in the comment section. You want us to do a live show? Are you guys going to be there to interact with the live show, or will you just listen at some point so we could do it? We could pre-record it and it wouldn't matter. Let us know. DP Cubs. I hope that means double play. Because
Verdugo bounced into a 6-3 double play to end the first. They had runners on the corners.
Okay. And hit it right at the bag and into the shift, huh?
Yep, pretty much.
Well,
on the ever popular blazing 86-mile-an-hour changeup.
Changeup isn't supposed to be blazing, so.
Yeah, but the problem is, most of Sampson's other stuff isn't that fast either. His fastball tops out about 93. His sinker's 92 to 94, and, there's just not a whole lot of differentiation there.
Right.
Everything looks the same, and it all says, beat the shit out of me.
Fair enough. Pitching to contact. He likes to pitch to hard contact.
Pretty much. A good day for him is if he keeps the ball in the park most of the time.
Very good. All right, buddy. Let's do some games. What do you got?
All right. Well, take note that all the lines for today are just about all terrible. I don't know if you looked at them earlier when you were doing stuff.
I did.
You saw how bad they were.
I did indeed.
Bronco said if we only get 5 more Steens, he votes for a live show.
Okay. By the way, somebody asked if I could give any clue about the project. No, it's going to be unique. It's never been done before, and it's going to be very informative, and it's going to be funny.
Wait a second, this didn't actually load the right set of slides.
All I can say. What do you got?
This loaded the wrong set of slides.
This did.
Yeah, because I uploaded today's slides and it loaded yesterday's slides again.
Are you familiar with the phrase "garbage in, garbage out"?
Yeah, isn't that your hairstyle?
You have to do better than that, buddy. That's
I see this one. Yeah, see, it pulled up 6:30 slides. I'm putting up the new ones again.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for it to finish uploading here.
Do you have it on hard?
Yeah, I've got my PowerPoint.
All right.
That's why I tried uploading it before, and apparently it did not upload correctly. So,
are you under the impression that people are watching this with their notepads and writing all that shit down as it's on the screen?
Some people do.
When you see it in your brain, is that how you see it?
No, actually, I just do it so that way in case somebody's watching the show later on and they can pause it and look and see what's there instead of trying to, keep up with it.
I know, and I guarantee you, some people love it, but the vast majority of people just tell us who to pick.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Astros tonight over the Angels. It's Lorenzen, who's been almost as bad as Berrios lately, going against Christian Javier, who I don't think could pitch any better than what he did against the Yankees. 7 hitless innings, walked 1, struck out 13 in that start on Saturday. The other team scores a lot of runs, which is surprising because we're used to talking, like you said the other day, we're used to talking about Houston with that lineup putting up, 5-6 runs on a nightly basis.
Right.
Instead, they're 19th in the majors at 4.29. They're 23rd runs at home.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, the Angels are worse in both categories, and they've got a subpar pitcher. I know Lorenzen started well, but, apparently he should have, stuck to being a reliever / pinch hitter in the National League because he's fallen off a cliff lately. I'm looking at his last couple starts.
They're not good.
No, they're not.
What was last start?
Go ahead.
Well, his last start, if you look at the numbers, wasn't awful, but if you delve a little deeper, it was not good. In the start before that, he gave up 7 in 5 innings, so giving up 9 earned in his last 8 innings, not ideal.
Yeah, and in his last start, like you said, if you look at the numbers, they're not bad until you look and see that he threw 85 pitches in 3 innings.
A lot of that going around, man. A lot of guys making starts that are throwing 20 to 23 pitches. They're lasting, 3 2/3, throwing 75 pitches or whatever. There's 80 pitches. It's just fucking ridiculous.
He got 2 runs on 4 hits, and he struck out 5, but he walked 4.
That's not good. That's so not good for so many reasons. Yeah, he's a little bit of the wild thing here lately, Chris. It's not a good look for him. He doesn't have good enough stuff to get away with missing like that. He's just
looking at his last 4 starts. He's pitched 20 innings and walked 13 guys.
Yeah, you can't do that. He's not a guy that's going to miss you a ton of bats. His swinging strike rate somewhere in the neighborhood of 10%. So when you're swinging and missing 10%, you can't afford to walk people. You can't afford to put extra people on base because people are going to hit the ball. So.
Yeah, and we know the Angels' defense isn't exactly, Gold Glove caliber out there.
No. And their bullpen's been showing a little bit of their true colors lately as well. As that bullpen was surprisingly good for a while, and now they're kind of starting to look like the Angels' bullpen. Although the bullpen has been better on the road, they've climbed over 4 as far as their bullpen ERA. As you might suspect, Houston's bullpen has been outstanding, and they
looked good yesterday. The Yankees had 2 or 3 hits in that game.
Yep.
On the plus side, I did say Rizzo would get an RBI, and I said he might have to drive himself in, and that's exactly what happened.
Very good. Not setting the table much. Houston just finished up. They lead the majors in ERA at home as far as the bullpen goes. 1.54 is the mark there. So very solid indeed. 30-10 in their last 40 against a right-hander. I like that. Angels don't play well against good teams, and that is illustrated by the fact they're 2-14.
And they don't play well at Houston either.
No, 9-22 in the last 31. Not ideal.
Yeah, Rick said that the line started at -135. His ticket that he just got is -172.
I'm a fan of this. I don't know how much I love the run line with the home team and an Astros team that we talked about doesn't put a ton of runs on the board. I'd be a little skeptical. You're catching $1 of value, decent price. I'd probably just add this as a parlay, or just, you know what? This is the time of year when you're going to have to start laying these numbers. This is the perfect example of what I was talking about last week, where sometimes you have a game that's going to be 160 to 170. You don't love the run line, and you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I've got to lay that number, and that's exactly what this game is for me.
And Bronco said that the Steehn project will be working on getting some Z's, or you'll become a concert reviewer for AARP magazine.
That's funny. That'd be a great gig. Probably doesn't pay much though. I'd be spending all my time going to see bands from like the 70s. Yeah, sure. I'd do that. Coming up next, it's Foghat.
God, these guys are getting so old. Just so fucking old.
It's nice to see them, but you can't pretend these guys are the musicians that they were 40 years ago. They're just not. Your fingers don't work the same way.
What about Cheap Trick?
What about Cheap Trick?
I mean, Rick Nielsen still plays the guitar pretty good.
I'm not saying they suck. Like I said, I saw Styx a couple weeks ago. Tommy Shaw and Jay Well, I can both fucking still play, but you're starting to notice it. You're starting to notice just a little bit. They're not quite hitting the runs. The voice is just not quite as good as it was. I mean, I get it. The fuckers are 70. I understand. Shit happens. They're 70. Those guys are 70 plus. So I'm fine. I'm glad they're still out there. I'm just saying, I don't know. It's hell to watch people get old. I'm okay with myself. I don't care. I feel the same. But you watch other people get old, it sucks.
There you go.
Give me another game.
All right, how about we go with the Milwaukee Brewers and the Pirates? Now,
fuck those teams. You know what? No. Next. Okay, no, I'm fine. You want to lay 190 against Pittsburgh with the Brewers? You go right ahead.
I actually was going to take the run line with the Brewers.
Fine.
I don't think Burns is going to give up much.
Okay, sure. Why not? Just fucking add to your disappointment. That's great. No,
well, I mean, your wife's used to the disappointment, right?
No, but anyway.
Yeah, I just think Pittsburgh, they're not a good team. I mean, they won yesterday, but like you said, they hit 5 homers and still had to hold on to win 8-7.
Okay.
You look at Burns, his last 3 starts, he's given up a total of 5 runs over 20 2/3. In that span, he struck out 27. He shut Pittsburgh down in a start earlier this year, struck out 10. And Rosie Contreras, I get, he's pitched all right. He's still not setting the world on fire. His whip shows that he's due for some regression. I don't think he's going to pitch to a 2.76 ERA as this season goes on. I get Pittsburgh is just trying to throw somebody out there and say, hey, we need somebody that can eat some innings. But, his FIP is 4.17. The Pirates don't score a ton. Yesterday, notwithstanding. Of course, Hauser left that game in the 3rd inning. I guess he had, shoulder or elbow tightness.
Yeah.
So God knows if the Brewers are going to have him going forward. So they'll be down to having to be like the old days where it was Spahn and Sane and pray for rain. It's going to be Burns, and God help us if we can find somebody else that can pitch every other day. But,
you got Woodruff.
Well, he just came back from being hurt too, though.
I know. You've got Peralta, who's shown signs.
Peralta hasn't pitched in a while.
Yeah, I know.
He's been on the shelf.
3 weeks, 4 weeks.
I got to look and see when his last start was. And he's on the 60 day, so he's not going to be back for a while.
Oh, shit.
Go get Jimmy. Well, I was going to say go get Jimmy Nelson, but he hasn't pitched in like 3 years. He's just been sitting around on the IL. Yeah, Peralta's last start was May 22nd. So you won't see him until after the All-Star break?
Yeah.
And that's a best case scenario?
Yeah, you're looking at realistically probably August 1st there.
So I mean, I'm worried about Milwaukee. They're another team that's going to have to probably go out and try to get an arm.
Right.
And there's a lot of teams that are in that situation now because Ashby's on the IL for them. I mean, not that he was pitching great, but at least he gave them that sixth starter guy that they needed. You got Lauer, who's been okay. Like I said, Hauser has sucked. Woodruff has been okay when he's healthy.
Healthy, right.
And then you got, George Costanza, who they've moved to the bullpen apparently because he's made a couple of relief appearances. And he doesn't miss any bats either. He's got 13 walks and 15 strikeouts in 30 2/3 innings.
Well, even Hauser's banged up right now. He's day to day.
Right, that's what I mean. So if he goes on the shelf, then what do you got? Burns and you got Lauer and you got Woodruff, who's made I think one start since he came off the injured list. This is what happens when you take a guy like Brent Suter, who was a starter before, and said, "You know what? We're going to have you throw an inning or two every 2 or 3 days."
I'll tell you what I do like. If you want to back the Brewers here, I do like the fact that Hader hasn't pitched since the 29th. So Hader's ready to go. When you're backing the Brewers and Hader's pitched the previous 2 or even worse 3 days, you should tread lightly. Keep an eye on what Hader has done because he rarely pitches him 3 days in a row. He never pitches him 4 days in a row. So if Hader's pitched the last 3 days, I wouldn't touch fucking Cincinnati with Milwaukee at all. So
even if Devin Williams hadn't pitched, I mean, I know they tend to piggyback those 2 guys.
Nope. I don't give a fuck about anybody but Hader. I know Williams has been a good setup guy, and he's stepped in there when Hader hasn't been available. But to me, Hader is the best reliever in baseball, certainly the best closer in baseball.
Yeah, so like you said, Hader threw Wednesday. He threw Tuesday and Wednesday, so he didn't throw yesterday.
Correct.
Williams didn't throw yesterday. He threw Tuesday and Wednesday. And Boxberger didn't throw yesterday.
So you've got your setup guys and your closer ready to go. See, that's because they were behind the whole game, so you didn't have those guys. That's why you had you got the bullpen B squad after they went down early, so you didn't see Boxberger, Williams, and Hader. So
that basically can trim this down to if Burns is ahead after 6 innings.
Correct. You can do it the old Kansas City Royals style, where if it's a lead after 6, it's over. That could be the case tonight. So I do like the fact if you wanted to bet Milwaukee, which I still don't trust these fuckers. I still don't trust them, but that is certainly a check mark in your favor. As far
now, Scott Big X said that he purchased a weekend package and went on the site, but doesn't see any picks. Do you know where you find those? Because nobody's ever told me how those work afterwards.
They should have been. You know what? I'm not sure with the new system. I could have told you the old system.
That's what I was going to say too, because we got the 2 different platforms right now. So
X, reach out to if you can hang in there, because I know my picks. I don't have anything before tonight. If you got I don't know if you got my package or somebody else's. So if you want, you can hit up. I'll find the address for you. You can hit me on Twitter, of course, but I'm not going to be done for about another 2 hours. If you want to get an answer quicker than that, I can get you the customer service email for Winners and Winers. Let me look that up while Chris starts talking about the 2-teamers he's got for today.
That works. Yeah, Lex said Sampson is playing like trash. Yeah, well, that's pretty much Adrian Sampson's career in a nutshell. He's a piece of crap.
Wow. What did he steal your bike?
No, my bike's still in the garage.
Okay.
He's not a major league caliber pitcher. He's only out there right now because if you look at the Cubs, you don't have, and I'm not going to say Wade Miley's anything great, but he's on the shelf for what seems like the 5th time this year. Stroman's on the shelf, and Smiley, who's no great shakes either, is on the shelf. So I mean, you're down to Sampson and Alec Mills, and at this point, I'd rather bring back Milt Pappas and have him throw it. Or, bring back Fergie Jenkins. He's always at the stadium. But these guys, bring back Mike Bielecki. He won 18 games in 1989. Sure. Any of those guys would be an improvement over Sampson at this point, who's supposedly in the prime of his career.
Okay. Okay, X. I've got a couple different options to contact him. I've got a phone number, and it's 866-514-4333. 866-514-4333. Or if you go to winnersandwhiners.com, click the contact. There is a online form you can fill out. I'll give them the heads up it's coming. Or if you want to reach out to me on Twitter with your email, I will have somebody get back to you. And worst case scenario, let me know whose picks you bought. If they're mine, I can tell you what they are. And if they're somebody else's, I can find out what they are. All right. So sorry for the problem. It's the new system. I know it's a little glitchy. So I will help you out as best I can. There you go. Thanks, Chris. Go ahead.
No problem. Bronco Dill said Milt Pappas for Frank Robinson, one of those bad trades. Well, God knows in the 60s, the Cubs were known for notoriously bad trades.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody remembers Lou Brock for Ernie Broglio.
Well,
he was teen, and, he was only like, 17 when that happened.
That's right. Mariners, -180 over the A's. So you didn't
that was one of the lower lines today.
You didn't like laying 200 on the Mariners. Well, how about a 180 for you?
It's Caprellian pitching for the A's. I don't have any faith in him.
That shouldn't be good.
Yeah, Marco Gonzalez going for Seattle. Gonzalez has pitched well of late, which,
Yeah, he's been fine.
Yeah, you look at his last 4 starts. I know the 4th start was he only went 4 1/3, but his last 3 starts, 6 2/3, 1 run on 3 hits against Minnesota in a game where he took the loss because Seattle didn't score. Then he threw 7 against this same Oakland team on June 21st on the road, 2 runs on 7 hits. That was the game, remember, Scott, where they went back to back to back in the 7th inning to blow that game open.
That's right. And yeah, Caprellian has been awful. He pitched well against the Royals last week, but again, or earlier this week, but again, who doesn't? He went 5 1/3, gave up 3 earned. But his 5 starts previous to that, Chris, or excuse me, his 6 starts previous to that, he had given up 43 runs. They'd given up as a team 43 runs. Sorry, I want to make clear the team has surrendered 43 runs.
Yeah, but if you just said they gave up 43 runs, people would probably believe you because Caprelli has been that bad.
Yeah, he's not been good. So
he doesn't even pitch well at night. 0-3 with a 6.07 earned run average under the lights.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. Another team that doesn't score a lot that I don't love on the run line. $1.02, about the same amount of value.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. They covered it last night. Never a doubt, but we'll see. And then you got the Astros. Of course, we talked about them over the Angels. Sure.
Talked about the Brewers just moments ago.
And your favorite team, the St. Louis Baseball Cardinals.
Yeah, only going with this one because I like Mikolas a lot better than I like what you called the appropriately named Bailey Falter on the mound for Philadelphia.
Terrible name.
He's 0-2 with a 450 earned run average this year. He's pitching on the bullpen. He's pitching in the rotation. He still hasn't pitched well. And Philadelphia, I think, Rye was saying yesterday when Philadelphia was up 11-1, he said he wanted to save a few of the runs
for today.
Yeah, and I said, that's not how this works. Unfortunately, Mikolas pitched well. I was worried before that he was going to fall apart after throwing that 129 pitches against Pittsburgh, and he didn't. So,
no, he went out 6 1/3, 2 earned in his next appearance. 4 quality starts in a row. Mikolas has really been good for most of June. June. Struggled in his first start, but the last 4 starts have been very good. Yeah, the wild card in this is the fact that Falter is yet to pitch at home. As far as he's yet to start at home. All of his starts have come on the road so far. So mightn't he get a little extra bump over that, Chris? No.
It's hard to say, And I see that he's only made 2 starts, or has he got more than 2?
3 starts. 3
starts. Okay.
2 in May, 1 in June. So he's the official spot starter.
Oh, that's right. He got called up in the doubleheader when Adon pitched.
Right. Exactly.
I forgot about that game.
Exactly, man.
Probably because I forgot about Adon since he's in the minors, so we can't fade him.
Speaking of guys I miss, well, you know, Bronco's been betting minor league baseball. He's been.
Have you been fading Adon there, Bronco?
That's a great question. Did you fade Adon? Because I've seen some of the picks. I will say, I will be charitable and say he's just getting started at it. How about that?
I just want to see what Adon's minor league numbers are. He's 0-1 with a 3.86 ERA. He's pitched 7 innings in the minors.
Okay, all right.
So he's only made 2 starts in the minors.
They lost him.
Well, he lost 1. I'm trying to see what his game log looks like.
Okay. You know,
last appearance was June 22nd, apparently against Syracuse. He went 5 innings. He gave up 1 run, none earned on 4 hits. Hit a guy, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Doesn't say whether they won the game or lost it.
All right, bud. I thought you had it right in front of you.
No, I pulled it up. I had to wait to see. They ended up winning 4-2, but they won it late.
All right. You know, I don't hate Philadelphia here. I think this is a coin toss. I think St. Louis has the pitching advantage. I think the Phillies, even without Harper, probably have the advantage with the bats. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with taking a shot here. But
St. Louis isn't bad offensively, which I mean you wouldn't think they would be with the fact that they've got
they're relatively
Arenado and those guys.
They're relatively identical to Philadelphia as far as runs scored, believe it or not.
Yeah, 478 for the Cardinals, 481 for the Phillies.
That's what I'm saying. So it's very close. I get it. If you wanted to play the Brewers with the Cardinals, that's going to pay $165 on $100. If you want to play the run line on those 2 games, 311, not bad. The Marlins and Astros.
Mariners, not the Marlins.
Sorry, Mariners and Astros. I knew it was one of those M words. Does your kid do sight reading where they just basically fucking guess at the word?
Sometimes.
No. Is that how they were taught?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it seems like it here. You know, this is like the 48th rated, school system, in the country,
Yeah, well,
statewide, so
our kids were all taught. We weren't taught phonics like you and I to sound it out.
Yeah,
that kind of shit. They're taught to recognize the patterns of letters and fucking just basically guess until you learn it. And it was a weird method. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but then
I mean they're all good readers. So, I mean, it all worked out. But I'm going to be honest with you. I got them started on phonics before they fucking went to school, and
yeah, we did that too.
They all knew how to sound out words. So
I don't understand the the breaking down of numbers for when you're doing math either.
Oh, don't even get me started on this fucking bullshit math.
Yeah,
it's the most ridiculous goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life.
Agreed.
Anyway, there's some clouds outside. Get out of here! Okay.
Fucking
so
clouds.
If you've got the Mariners and the Astros, I almost said Marlins again. Started this whole thing over. 3-2 basically is what it pays you. 149.83 on 100. You want to take it on the run line with those 2 home teams? Well, you're going to be rewarded handsomely, as it pays over 420, dude. 421 on $100 right there. So very good.
Big X Scott's Twitter is right underneath his picture.
Yep, that's it. And like I said, I will be responding around. Let's see, it's
Thursday,
4:45 Eastern time, give or take. So,
ready for a 4-teamer, huh?
I am. Love this 4-teamer.
I don't, because the lines all suck. But the Yankees over the Guardians. Guess who's pitching for Cleveland, Scott?
It's who is pitching for Cleveland tonight? I can't remember.
It's good old Savale.
Oh, that's right.
Mister, I got an ERA of 7.20.
Dude, in fact, that's I took that game on a Clar pick. So
did you?
Yeah, I forgot. Savale's been awful, man. Just awful.
Yeah, and he's going against Garrett Cole, who has been better of late.
Hey, I hate to interrupt, but I did want to talk about, since Big X brought it up, the great 4th of July deal we got going, because we kind of glossed over premiums. We got premiums available, blah, blah, blah. But you want the 4th of July deal, we're giving the whole weekend, including Friday and Monday. Normally the weekend is $100, $99 for the weekend. We're adding a couple days, and they're cutting the price by 75%. I can't believe it. $25 all 4 days. You're not going to fucking find a better deal anywhere. So I think Chris and I both have those packages available. Go to Winners and Winers. Check it out.
There's another email that I didn't get.
It's on Discord, buddy. It's on Discord. You got to be on the Discord.
I looked at it yesterday, but I didn't see that on there. But I might have missed it.
And you saw that promotion, so there you go. Anyway, that's the promotion. It's a great deal. Make sure you check it out. There's codes to use. Yeah, I can tell you. I can tell you my code. Can I?
I thought they were all.
No, I didn't.
They were all the same codes.
Mine is. I have to look it up. It's STE fourth.
Oh, that's right. I've already talked about one of them in the thing the other day.
I'll tell you where it is. It's in my video yesterday on Winners and Winers. It's on my play of the day. My code, the STE fourth code,
Z7Q,
and the link is there too. So that's the place to go. I'm not sure we got the link in today's show. At least right now, I will have it there. But if it's not there now, go to my video yesterday. Okay, go ahead. Talk about Garrett Cole, buddy.
Yeah, his last 3 starts, he's pitched well. He's 1-1, but his ERA is 0.89, whip of 0.79, walked 6, struck out 27 in that span. He gave up 2 runs in his last 3 starts.
Well, the game they lost was they got no hit. So
right, but hey, Hunter Green had that no hitter going and still lost. So I mean,
Dodgers over the Padres. You got Gonsolin going against. Who's he going against?
Blake Snell.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with
that. DE was asking me about that earlier, and I said, Snell, A, doesn't go deep in games. B, he's got an ERA of 5.6, and C, he walks too many damn people.
100%. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with laying 165 right there. No problem. Mets over Rangers. Okay.
Yeah. It's Glenn Otto going for the Rangers, everybody's favorite palindromic starting pitcher against Chris Bassett. And, Bassett's he had that horrible stretch, but, he's been better his last few times out. And Texas is one of those teams you can't figure out. They win a few games in a row, then they lose. Dane Dunning lost to Greinke the other day because the Rangers decided, hey, we only need to score 1 run.
And
that's not how it works.
No. And you got the Rays over the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that game starts in about 15 minutes. Like I said, I can't trust Berrios with his 11.20 ERA in his last 3 starts.
No, I'm okay with that. I'm all right. So you want to play?
And plus, putting plus money in there always help because those other numbers, it was just horrid.
Yeah, it'll jazz you up. It'll get you at 7.
Better than 7-1,
7.5. Yeah, it's $742 on $100. If you want to play the run line there, you will again be rewarded handsomely, as a lot of those are the home teams. You go 22.36 on $100. Very good.
I mean, I was going to throw Atlanta in there over the Reds, but God, the numbers on Atlanta are horrible because they're playing Minor with his 771 earned run average, and they're throwing Fried.
Yep, absolutely.
So it's minus 275 or so.
Yep.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, that's the. I got that on the run line at 145 last night, and
it's between 165 and 175.
Yeah, I was going to say that number's long gone. So that's one of those ones where hopefully you saw it early.
Yeah, you can get minus 2.5 at plus 100.
Yep, I know. I suggested that last night in my video. So you want to feel a little froggy because his 4 losses have all come by 3 or more.
That's true.
Just saying. All right, very good. We only got time for 10 more, Chris.
All right. I'm going to go with Pete Alonso over 1.5 total bases. Alonso's been good. Been, almost 300?
Yep.
Carlson for the Cardinals. He's been on a roll. And they're playing at Coors Field. Oh, no, they're playing at Philadelphia. Sorry. I was thinking of the next one there. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks over the Rockies. Merrill Kelly facing Senzatella. You could probably lean towards the under here. Senzatella, he was an over machine early, but he's posted, I think, 4 straight unders.
Oh, there you
What's
go.
up with that?
What's up with that?
There you go.
Oh, taking the Royals over the Tigers. Holy shit. Okay.
Brad Keller going against what I believe is supposed to be Michael Pineda. Not Arnold Pineda, the singer, the second singer for Journey now.
Arnell.
Sorry, sure.
Royals plus money. Okay.
Yeah. Pineda, he's supposed to come off the IL. He had broken his middle finger on his pitching hand back in May, so look for him to be limited, meaning the Tigers have to go to the bullpen.
Cole over 6.5 strikeouts. You got to like your chances. Somebody that goes deep into games like Cole does. I don't hate that.
And a guy who struck out 27 in his last 3 starts.
And the guy you told us how bad he was. Now you've got him over in the 4.5 strikeouts with
Contreras. Didn't say he was bad. I said they're throwing him out there, and I said he's due for some regression.
Okay.
He's got a FIP of 417 and a 2.76 ERA.
All right. His brother William, you like him over 1.5 total bases?
Yeah, I was going to stick Wilson Contreras in there too, but then he's playing now. So,
Luis, say it.
Arez.
Okay, probably not right, but all right.
He leads the league in hitting.
That's pretty good.
Hitting 340.
Yeah, that's good.
So and he hits the top of the lineup, so he should get some extra chances against Baltimore.
Vladdy Dottie, he likes to potty. Going over 1.5 total bases at plus money. How do you pass that up? Plus money. Alex Cab.
Yeah.
Strikeouts getting plus money there, plus 115.
I guess the White Sox, and we just saw how badly they looked like a wind tunnel against Otani.
So,
as Dan Patrick would say.
You wanted to play those straight up. That was actually an Oberman thing that started with that.
That is Olbermann, but now you talk about an angry man that yells at clouds. That's basically Keith Olbermann.
Yeah, no, he doesn't even. I think he just does it on Twitter.
Yeah, he got into it with 3-year Letterman.
Oh, that was so funny. If you don't, we've said it before. If you don't follow 3-year Letterman, you got to fucking do it. It is just, it'll be the highlight of your day. I live for people not knowing what's up, and like just taking him to task about the shit he says. It's so fucking outrageous. It's funny. You know what he is? He's a lawyer. Did you read that article in The Athletic on him?
No.
Yeah, he's a lawyer in like northern Georgia.
But come on, he managed to buy a waterbed without financing.
Potential payout on the 10-team, 115,332 is very good. If you want to play the run line, it'll take you up to 181,871. Either way, you'd be putting some extra fireworks in your garage for this 4th of July weekend. So, Chris, you gonna shoot off fireworks?
No, I tend to stay away from them as much as possible.
Fair enough. All right.
I don't mind that people do, but it's just not my thing. I kind of need my fingers for work.
I understand. Stumps don't do well on the keyboard. So
yeah, I'm not JPP. I can't afford to blow my fingers off and still get an 8-figure contract.
Yeah, you know me. Hey, you guys have a great day. It has been an honor. We got one more week to go, but you guys, we always have a lot of fun. We appreciate it. Hope you guys do nothing but win today. Stay safe. Eat some of those grilled dogs and burgers. Go out there and go nuts. Enjoy your freedom. Enjoy the 4th of July, everybody. Chris and I will be back to talk again on Monday. We'll talk about how much we love America. We'll do about 10 minutes on that, and then we'll eventually get around, I swear, to talking about, Chris?
Just parlays.
Just parlays. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.